Hi everyone, welcome. If just for you, so you know, welcome. This is a brand new weekly 20-minute live on a Thursday at 6 p.m. I'm actually a bit late because Zoom decided the camera wouldn't work. I had to restart the computer and it worked fine earlier. Just so any of you deal with tech issues, it happens. Okay, don't be alarmed. Zoom seems to have a mind of its own. So anyway. Distractions, technology. Hi, welcome. Please do type and say hello. I want to check that I'm using Restream. I want to check that I can see your messages. So if you're here, just type in hi. It'd be lovely to know that you're there, and it's nice to know that I can see the messages. Okay, so this week's theme is on being scattered, and it's kind of like a midsummer reset, because we've got a lot going on right now, especially in England. Suddenly the sun is out. Well, not the sun is out. There's so much to do. There might be fear of missing out, and our nervous energy and our attention gets very scattered. Not only do we have this yang energy going on, we're also in this culture of busyness. There's this pressure for us to be busy, because busy, we wear, as the expression goes, we wear busy like a badge. It's almost like when we're busy, it means that we're being successful in life, when actually it could be quite the opposite. We could be getting ourselves busy to fill up time, to feel like that we're doing something. It might be because we've got a lot of nervous energy going on. We might actually have ADHD tendencies. And to be honest, these days, that would not be a surprise, because in this modern day with its technology, is it any wonder that we get ADHD with the internet? Now with AI as well, everything is on hyperspeed, right? And so is it any wonder everything is on hyperspeed? It's almost like, even if we're not consciously doing things, we can feel this. I'm not going to get into the magnetic frequencies in the air. That's another story. But we start to feel our nervous system get more and more agitated. Okay. And so that's a part of modern life, a part of the culture of being busy, a part of the way technology is developing. And we're in summer. And not to mention, for those of you who are interested in what else is going on out there with the Lion's Portal, the Lion's Gate, it's a time of a lot happening in the world, and we know that as well. Sometimes when I look at what's going on in the world, I start thinking, what am I doing getting people to move and dance? But actually, it's so important that we get into our bodies. Hi there, thanks for joining. It's so important that we come back home to ourselves. Why? Because when we're scattered, our mind is busy. It means that our brainwaves are going out there. It means that our thoughts are going out there. It means that actually we're scattered. We're in anxiety mode. Our breathing gets shallow, and we're just basically disconnecting from our body. It's almost like we're what's the word? Yeah, we're giving away our power. We're disconnecting. We're disowning ourselves. So the simplest way for us to come back home is through our body. If we're scattered, if we're anxious, if we're feeling tense or nervous, we're not in our bodies, we're in our mind. What happens is that when we're overthinking, then that will affect our body, and it affects us through our nervous system. Our nervous system is the direct connector, communicator between our mind and body, which is why we talk about our nervous system so much these days. We talk about nervous system regulation so much. It goes far beyond just saying that someone's getting on our nerves or something's agitating us and getting on our nerves. Our whole nervous system is just in overdrive these days. Okay, so the first and simplest way for us to come back home to our bodies is through our breath. Now, I know there's a lot of talk these days about breath work. Breath work is a separate practice, if you like, because when you do deep connected breath work, sometimes without taking pauses between the inhalation and the exhalation, what happens is that we access deeper realms of our subconscious, of our psyche, which is why old memories can come up, new things can come up. we can access this subconscious layer also through movement. We don't have to do conscious connected breath work necessarily. That is a very separate practice, and it might not be for everyone. Just to say also, not every practice is for everyone. We're not all designed to be good at sitting meditation. Some of us might find yoga, depending on the type of yoga you do and the teacher you have, might find yoga is the last thing that you want to be doing. Right? I say this in a broad sense. Of course, yoga is an amazing practice, but it all depends on which style you choose, who you go with, how you take in that practice. And so a lot of somatic work about connecting to your mind and body is about not only just coming home to yourself, it's also honoring yourself and trusting in yourself. So there's this whole terminology of self-sovereignty. And actually, I looked it up a bit because I thought it's kind of about self-sovereignty. But then I realized in some cultures, again, wordage and our perceptions and stuff, some people think of sovereignty as, to do with the monarchy, kings and queens, and being ruled by someone else. And so I thought, okay, I'm not going to use that word self-sovereignty. We have to be so careful about the words we use these days, because depending on our culture, where we've come from, how our mindset is, how open we are to new things, we might misinterpret things, which is why we often misinterpret people so much, which is why when we're really in our bodies, when we're somatically attuned, we have our own new language happening. And I'm not talking just about body language, that's part of it, but I'm talking about deep inner sensations, which means that we can, for example, go into a room and we can get a sense of the vibe, the ambience. We can connect with people and get a sense of them. But also, first of all, we have to be able to connect with ourselves. Okay? So I'm just going to take a breath and just arrive myself. I invite you to do the same. Whatever you've been doing today, however your day's been, whatever is going on for you right now, just take a moment to arrive back into your body. If you're sitting, get a sense of your pelvis on the seat. If your feet are on the floor, plant your feet firmly on the floor if you can. My feet don't reach the floor, so I'm going to plant them on the side of my chair. Okay, feeling your heels, the balls, 10 toes spread out. So when we're scattered, our mind is wandering at 20 miles an hour in different places. When we come back into our body, what that means is that we focus in, we ground, we connect to the earth, but we come back into our physical being. Our mind doesn't have time anymore. It doesn't have the opportunity to go here, there, and everywhere. We're focusing just on these simple things. Our breath, our feet on the earth, our pelvis. And I'm going to invite you just to do a really simple exercise. Okay, I say everything I say when it's simple. If whatever I say you find difficult, then it's not you. It's just a terminology I'm using, as in I want you to feel it's simple steps. Okay. If you have difficulty with anything that I suggest, it's not you. It's where you're at. It's where you're at right now. It's not you per se. Okay. So this is just an exercise to help you to sense into your breath more and to help you sense your breath in your body more, which means that then you can sense into your body more. Okay. So I invite you to breathe in. And as you breathe in, imagine the breath going all the way in, all the way down to your belly. But it goes further than that. Okay. Invite your breath to reach out and spread so that you actually, with your arms, do this opening. So imagine the breath going down, inhaling, 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 and your arms indicate your breath comes out like a balloon. Yes? And then as you exhale, I invite you to just spread your fingers and imagine. Now you can do this how you want. You can do a little wave with your arms Imagine your breath exhaling is like the waves of the ocean. I love listening to the sound of the ocean because it always makes me think of my breath going in and out. So I think it's a beautiful analogy for calming your breath. So you inhale. Imagine the breath going all the way out and expanding. Exhale, spreading your fingers. And imagine your breath going out. Imagine the tide is going out. So it's going out, out, out into the horizon. And that's how your exhalation is. Okay, so let's do it again together. Inhale. Exhale. You can almost see your breath rippling through the Ethernet, rippling through the air beyond your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, this time we're going to do the inhalation. And again, you can let the breath expand all the way into your pelvis. But then when you exhale, I'd like you to turn your hands over and just imagine the breath is sinking down, 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 all the way into the earth. Okay, so actually sinking it down, imagine it going through your legs, through your feet into the earth. Okay, so ready, inhale. Exhale. So when you're exhaling and the breath goes down through your fingers, but then down through your body, through your feet, I invite you to visualize your breath as you exhale, wandering down through the soil, wondering what that breath might meet on the way. It might meet some other roots of trees. It might meet some insects in the soil. It's just traveling down, down, down. And your breath is like this exploration, the exploration, what's happening in the earth. Okay, our breath travels to all our cells. So when we allow our breath to travel even further down, who knows what it might meet on the way. When you consider our breath connects us to the world, our breath connects us to what's happened before and what has happened in the future, because our breath, every moment of our breath is a new moment. Okay? And in Chinese philosophy, our breath is connected to our heart, it's connected to our spirit, it's connected to our soul. Every breath we take in is a new moment of life force. Okay, and when we inhale and then we exhale it down into the earth, we are connecting ourselves into the earth. Okay, I talk about the breath a lot, and I might have done different things around this because it's so fundamental, and majority of us don't do it properly. And when we're in our breath, we're not here. We have to immediately drop back here. That's why it's the simplest way to come back into our body. So let's have a go. Okay, ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, when you bring your attention to your breath and you sense it going down through your body this way, you start to become more aware of the sensations within you. You start to feel the bones in your legs. You might become aware of your knees or the front of your calves, your shins, the back of your calves. You might start to feel your feet tingling. That's our energy through our breath. That's how powerful our breath can be. And this is something we can all harness. However tired you feel, however unfit you feel, the moment you start connecting back to your breath, you're welcoming in your life force. And if you spent a lot of your life being anxious, shut down, stressed, tense, your whole body doesn't even allow for the breath. So that's why this simple exercise might actually feel really difficult. It's like, oh my God, I'm suddenly noticing and feeling my legs again. Oh my God, I'm actually feeling my feet again. If you can feel your feet, result. It means you're getting out of here, you're coming back down into your body. Okay, I can actually feel my feet tingling right now, and we just did it a bit. I mean, I might be slightly nervous because I'm on this live as well, to be honest, but I'm getting over myself, right? So let's just do it again 3 more times and invite you to really, really sense into and visualize your breath going down. When I got my Reiki attunements, okay, which are these energetic transmissions, I visualized, I saw this smoke coming down me. When my father died, the day I learned about his death, I thought about him and I felt this puff of like smoke, which must have been his spirit. I felt and saw it fly up into the sky. One time when I did conscious connected breath work for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, maybe longer, really deep, non-stop breath work, I saw the spirits of my parents dancing in the sky. That's how powerful coming back to our breath can be. So can you imagine if you utilize your breath in your body and you also start to move with it? Things can shift and change, right? That's partly why I do this work. I think a lot. I need to get back into my body. I like to be inspired. I like to stay creative. And this is the beginning of it. So let's just do 3 more, okay? Ready? Feet firmly on the ground, pelvis in your seat, spine long so that you can open your torso to allow the breath in. Yes? In fact, if you're still feeling a bit tense, just shrug your shoulders, exhale down. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back of your ribs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, ready. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Feeling that breath expand to your hands. Exhale. Imagine that breath going all the way down through your legs, feet, deep into the earth, into the soil. Inhale. Exhale. And just get a sense, just notice how everything feels for you right now. And keep breathing while you're noticing, right? Don't forget to breathe. So when you're feeling really scattered, you can do this simple exercise and I invite you to visualize your breath going down through you into the earth. Okay? Imagine it's this journey of discovery. Journey of discovery, how you're connecting back into the earth. Feeling supported by the earth. Feeling it's like this magic tool you have. It's connecting your frequency, your magnetic, electromagnetic energy that's in your body, connecting it to the electromagnetic energy of the earth. Okay, if you feel notice any sensations, any tingling, anything, okay, that's real. That's your prana, they say in yoga. Okay, that's your energy. If you felt anything, you can drop a comment in here, anything at all. If not, if you enjoyed this, if you're interested, I've created a whole bunch of new practices, little videos. If you'd like one on the breath, I can send it to you. There's no email sign-in, opt-in, so you're not going to get a ton of emails off me. Just, I'll send it to you, the little practice. Okay. I'm doing a weekly live, so every Thursday at 6 p.m. Thank you for joining me this week. Also, I am holding a live series, The Creative Fire Within. So this goes far beyond the breath. This goes into our body, into embodiment, into movement, into accessing our power, accessing our creativity, okay? Accessing what we have that we've forgotten about. Maybe we've lost touch with our power, okay? Because I can help you to reconnect to your inner compass, your creative fire, and your voice, your authentic voice, which is what part of what this series is about, because we get a lot of energy stuck here, and our voice is also a part of our frequency. So enjoy the rest of your day or your evening. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week. Please DM me on any of my channels if you'd like me to send you a little practice, okay? And I look forward to seeing you again soon. DM me with any questions you've got. I'm constantly creating new materials now. And if you have something that you'd like me to create something on, or if you have a particular struggle, I'd love to know. I'd love to hear, okay? Just drop me a line. See you soon.